I've talked about a lot of video games. Some are nostalgic classics and some are straight up trash. But today, I wanted to talk about a game that is so strange, so obscure, and so scary, that every time I play it, I jump up and scream like a bitch. And that is the King Kong video game based on the 2005 Peter Jackson version. I was never a fan of the movie. It is visually breathtaking at times, but I just found it dull and forgettable. The game though, oh man is it something? This game is anything but forgettable. Its images are still ingrained into my brain to this day. So let's talk about the King Kong game and why it's so scary. So the story of the game is the same as the movie, but once again with a slight deviation. Whereas the movie was mostly centered around Anne and King Kong, this game is more about Jack trying to survive through Skull Island and its many dangers to save Anne and return to civilization. There are some levels where you play as Kong, but for the most part you play as Jack. It's also a first-person game like Call of Duty and Battlefield, only you're fighting giant bugs and predators instead of trained soldiers and terrorists. I think this is a pretty smart move by the developers as it provides the player with an engaging adventure and has you grouped to the screen all the way through. As for the gameplay, it's very solid. It's nothing special, but it's well executed. If you ever played any game with the main character holding a gun the whole time, you know how this game works. You can also grab sharp bones and spears and throw them at objects and enemies. Put them through fire and use them to clear paths from tall dead grass and bushes. There are times where you absolutely have to use this move to progress, which can be a bit annoying, but it's not that difficult to find spears and fire except for a couple occasions. You also get gun upgrades as you progress. These can be found in crates you'll find which kinda work as checkpoints. The guns can do a lot of damage, but they're not Call of Duty cool. Good weapons though, and with enemies like dinosaurs, especially the T-Rex, you'll need stronger guns than the pistol you get at the beginning. The Kong levels are okay, nothing that special. All you do is try to get through the area without getting killed. Try to save Anne from giant bats and dinosaurs, and even fight some yourself. It's fun because you get to do some parkour with King Kong, swinging from ledges and climbing on walls like Spider-Man. The reason why I don't love these levels is cause Kong moves so slow, and it takes forever for him to punch enemies. I swear it took me 3 tries to get through most of these, because the Kong controls were so slow. The gameplay overall is solid with a few hiccups, but still really fun and enjoyable. The levels all have a similar formula with a few changes every now and then. There are a couple that are packed with intensity, but then there are some levels that take it slow and some are just filler levels. But most of them are really enthralling, especially with all the stuff they throw at you. The Kong levels are usually a segment of these levels, so they don't take up that much time. My 2 favorite levels are the canyon and the escape, just because of how challenging and action-packed they are. Overall the levels are really well put together. The graphics for this game are really good. It was done and published by Ubisoft, and they really fit the dark, gritty, horrific atmosphere the movie was going for. They make the environment so much spookier and make you feel like you're on this island and that there's no telling what kind of creepy creatures lurk within. And that brings me to the main reason why I wanted to talk about this game. It is scary as fuck. There are times where you're playing through the level and all of a sudden, a giant centipede comes out of nowhere and jumps at you. Times when you go through a bushy area, all of a sudden, giant scorpions will come charging towards you, and the sound they make before doing it is so intensely creepy and horrifying. The giant crabs are also very creepy, the way they just emerge from the water and walk towards you with their big claws snapping towards you, and it's especially scary when you don't expect them and they screech and you turn around and they're closing in on you. It is so intense. The bats can be scary sometimes, but they are nothing compared to these guys. The dinosaurs got nothing on them. So overall guys, the King Kong game is a game I still hold dear, as it was one of the first video games I played and I still play it now and then. But it can be tough to get through with all the scary creatures it throws at you. The way they just come out of nowhere and screech at you before jumping at you just makes the experience all the more terrifying. I definitely recommend this game if you want to play a scary game or a game that will keep you on your toes. I'm probably going to stream this game at some point, and then you guys can see my reactions to all the jump scares. I can be a little girl when it comes to this game. My thoughts on the King Kong game. Anyways guys, what do you think? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you guys later.